Bob Woodward has written for decades about presidents and for years about Donald Trump's cavalier attitude toward national security, from discussing on the golf course a drone strike on an Iranian general to the idea of pulling out of a trade deal with South Korea. But there's something about actually hearing Donald Trump openly discussing nuclear weapons systems, secret ones, like this.
I have built a weapons system that nobody's ever had in this country before. We have stuff that you haven't even seen or heard about. We have stuff that Putin and Xi have never heard about before.
Bob Woodward is out with the Trump tapes, and he's back with us. Bob, you looked into it after Trump told you that, and one of your sources told you he was surprised that Trump had disclosed the existence of this weapon systems to you.
Yeah, I finally heard from somebody what it was, and it's true. Xi and Putin would not know about it, but why is Trump bragging about it? Again, it's just this. What's the job of the president? The job of the president is to figure out. I once said to Trump, because he was kind of asking, what do you think the president's job is? And I said, it is to ascertain the next stage of good for a majority of people in the country, not one party or a bunch of interest groups, and then develop a comprehensive plan and execute it. And he said, oh, that's good. That's great. Never did he do this. And you can tell in the tone of my voice and the over persistence of what I'm saying. This is dangerous. This something needs to be addressed in the most serious way.
Yeah, and his disclosing that to you certainly puts a new light on him having all those classified documents in Mar-a-Lago for years. I also want to play this exchange you had, this odd exchange you had with Donald Trump about Kim Jong-un. Let's roll that tape.
The CIA says about Kim Jong-un that he's cunning, crafty, but ultimately stupid.
I disagree. He's cunning, he's crafty, and he's very smart.
You know, why does the CIA say that?
Because they don't know, okay? Because they don't know. They have no idea. I'm the only one that knows. I'm the only one he deals with. He won't deal with anybody else. The word chemistry. You meet somebody and you have a good chemistry. You meet a woman. Yeah. In 1 second, you know whether or not it's all going to happen.
And is this all designed to drive Kim to the negotiating table?
No. It was designed for whatever reason. It was designed, who knows, instinctively. Let's talk instinct.
It's such a strange exchange. I'm trying to listen with an open mind. You know, maybe he understands something the CIA doesn't. Certainly they get things wrong all the time, but he doesn't provide any information. And then you're trying to understand. So you're saying this about Kim Jong-un and you have this chemistry and the purpose is what? And he says it was designed for whatever reason. It was designed, who knows, instinctively. Let's talk instinct. There's no substance there at all.
And here he's saying his decision is instinct. And I kind of don't, what a casual way, as I point out in one of my 200 commentaries in the audio book, this traumatized his national security team. Kim Jong-un, the thuggish leader of North Korea, had nuclear weapons. He had missiles that he got from China, missile launchers from China, and then he concealed them and he hid them in a way that the CIA was, my God, this guy, if we ever have to have a war or some sort of nuclear exchange with him, he's really advanced. And the Defense Secretary, Mattis, used to sleep in his gym clothes. So because he knew if a missile was coming to the United States, he would be called to an emergency conference. And I asked Trump about this. Trump had given the authority to Mattis to shoot down an incoming missile like that. Mattis was going to the National Cathedral to pray, to make peace with his God, that as Defense Secretary, he might have to use nuclear weapons to defend our country. And the president's presentation on this is, well, it's instant. Well, who knows? I mean, come on. I am increasingly baffled the more I hear the casual disconnect, the sense he has of obligation to himself, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
about Kim Jong Un, I'm the only one that knows. I mean, come on. I mean, I never heard. I've interviewed lots of presidents and people who work with them and got notes and transcripts of meetings in the White House. Never heard another president say anything like that. I'm the only, lots of big egos in the
Right.
presidency.
For sure.
Never heard one say, I'm the only one that knows.
Yeah. And also just the relationship for, not for negotiating, just for whatever, who knows.